Hey, what's up, you guys? I want to talk about something today that has been really weighing on me. And I feel like it's something that not a lot of people, even the people who are into all of the supernatural things, are even really paying attention to. A friend of mine on here, Tres Garcia, actually brought it up in one of his videos, and I really recommend that you go see his video where he actually explains something very interesting. Take a listen.
If nature already allows creatures like the electric eel to generate true voltage within living tissue, then it's not impossible to imagine a higher organism evolving or learning to manipulate a similar bioelectric field. Picture a being such as Bigfoot moving through the rain-soaked forest, and the trees heavy with moisture, their trunks laced with quartz and mineral veins, and turn wood into semiconductive network like the acacia tree, which is also the Ark of the Covenant box. It's a conductor, it's a freaking module, and there is scientific proof that universities today are using wood as technology for modules and conductive electricity. Trees heavy with heavy moisture, and their trunks laced with quartz and mineral veins that turn wood into semiconductive networks. When a creature releases a pulse of infrasound, which we all have heard it before, or knocks low penetrating vibration, it excites those minerals through the piezoelectric effect, kind of like a microphone, voice into electricity into data, same thing. Now converting vibration into current. The wet bark and saturated roots of channel the energy downward onto the Earth's magnetic field and momentarily disturbing the local electronic balance, bending light. Yes. Bending light. In that instant, sound, mineral water, and electricity converge, opening and resonating window, bending the light spectrum, a tree portal through which matter and consciousness can shift dimensionally. Whether symbolic or literal, this explains why cryptids appear, vanish, bend light most often amid storms and soaked forest and environment itself, because they're gateways.
Ever since I was a kid, listening to scary stories online, on YouTube, even just to fall asleep, I would hear stories about Wendigos and skinwalkers. Everybody knows about a skinwalker. That is the creature that is out in the Navajo desert that pretends to be someone that you know, shapeshifts and walks around in the desert, just being nefarious, right? It's a type of demonic entity. There's even a skinwalker ranch. This topic is so strange to people because they don't understand it and they don't like it because it's, well, scary. Ever since I was a kid, studying up on these creatures, I realized that there is something weird about them. Now, the more common one is obviously the skinwalkers, but people don't realize how similar skinwalkers and Wendigos are. Now, a Wendigo is essentially the same creature. Even in appearance, it's almost exactly the same, but this creature dwells in the forest, and that is where my friend Tres comes in. He talks about how trees are used as a conductor for this spiritual energy to travel. This spiritual creature, this being, this, in my opinion, demon, is traveling and transporting itself from one spot of the forest to another very quickly. Some of the most common sightings of Wendigos explain how this creature not only travels very quickly, it almost reminds people of how in Dragon Ball Z, when people would transport or teleport from one spot to another extremely quickly, well, that's what people describe this creature doing in a forest. One moment it's on the left, the next moment it's on the right, and there is no stepping movement. They're not running, they're just appearing, disappearing, and appearing in different spots of the forest. A lot of these sightings of Wendigos definitely happen at night when there's campers out in the woods just trying to have a hiking session, and they want to be out in the woods in nature, and they hear and feel things that don't normally happen. First, they start to hear a very strange and loud noise, a noise that is coming from every direction. Some of these people who experience this noise from inside of a tent describe it as basically being all over the tent. It's not that it's coming from one direction, but all around them. They say that this sound is deafening and absolutely terrifying. And of course, then they start to feel the fear, the overwhelming feeling of fear and I need to get out of here because I am in some serious danger. Almost every sighting also describes a rotting meat smell, the smell of rotting flesh, like someone left a big hunk of meat out in the woods to rot in the sun. Personally, I wouldn't call it a creature, I would call it a spiritual being. I would call it a demon, because that is what it is. And in my opinion, I've come to realize that this could possibly be the soul or the spirit or the nefesh of a Nephilim, a certain kind of Nephilim. You see, these creatures are described as being part man, part deer or wolf, with the face of what would be an elk or a deer, but with the teeth and snout of a wolf, with arms like a man, but hands big and claw-like, and standing on two legs, but their legs are actually animalistic. In the days of Noah, angels had created their own species. They had created the Nephilim. They created half human, half angel hybrids. But not only did they create half human, half angels, but they created half human, half animal, or part human, part animal creatures. The book of Genesis says that all flesh was corrupt. All flesh was corrupt, meaning even the animals were changed. In the book of Enoch, it talks about animals and human flesh and DNA being exchanged. These creatures live in forests. They only appear in forests, and they always appear as a very distorted, warped creatures, mixtured creatures, a creature that is not man or animal, but something else. Us as Christians, we describe demons as the soul of the Nephilim, the children of the fallen angels who mated with women, who were part man, part angel. The Nephilim made these human animal hybrid creatures. It's even said that the man that Abraham spoke to in order to find a burial for his wife Sarah was part deer or part elk. His name literally means fawn-like. So I say all of this to say, are these creatures using the energy from the forest, from the actual trees, to be able to come in and out of dimensions? Are they going in and out of the spirit realm via the energy that is coming from these trees? Maybe the trees are helping them to somehow travel in and out of the spirit realm. If you like this kind of content and you think that I should talk about this topic a little bit more, then go ahead and hit that like button and let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's just a theory, but I would love to talk about this a little bit more.